Welcome to Up the Cells, your ultimate source for all things Chelsea. We've got the freshest updates, hottest rumors, and everything blue from Stamford Bridge to the Conference League. Chelsea has one foot in the semifinals after a dominant win over Legia Warszawa. Catch the full match breakdown right here. Are Chelsea the favorites to win the UEFA Europa Conference League? Find out why the Blues might be on the verge of making European history. Who's getting the axe at Stamford Bridge? We reveal the players who could be shown the exit door soon. Don't miss it. Chelsea asserts dominance, defeats Legia Warszawa in first leg, eyes historic European triumph. London, Chelsea kicked off their UEFA Europa Conference League knockout campaign with a convincing victory over Polish side Legia Warszawa. Playing at Stamford Bridge in the first leg of the round of 16, the Blues displayed complete dominance and came away with a 3-0 win. The result not only puts Chelsea in a strong position to progress to the quarterfinals, but also strengthens their status as the frontrunners to win the tournament. The match started with high intensity from the opening whistle. Enzo Maresca, Chelsea's head coach, fielded a strong lineup blending youth and experience. Fear no one read a banner in the Legia Warsaw and pre-match on Thursday. It turned out, the Polish side should probably have been a bit more wary of Chelsea, who blew them away in the second half. Tyreek George opened the scoring not long after the second period got underway, and then Noni Madwek added a couple more for the Blues to put them within touching distance of a place in the semi-final of the Conference League. They still have to do the business next week at Stamford Bridge, but they boast such an advantage now. There were some real winners out there for Chelsea, but there were also some that did not fare as well. Below, Bobby Vincent, who was live in Warsaw to witness the incredible atmosphere firsthand, has picked out the winners and losers from the Polish capital. Of course, a first senior goal for George, an academy graduate. He is looking more and more impressive every time you watch him. The 19-year-old spent the first half out on the left wing and did okay in moments, but Chelsea's overall play in the opening 45 minutes had a negative impact on the wide man as well. George, though, was moved to the no-9 position in the second half, and that is where he came to life. His goal was a proper striker's goal too. Following in on Reece James' effort, and the ball was parried in the path of George, who could not have wished for an easier finish to score his first senior goal. He has a real shot of starting against Ipswich Town at the weekend, the real game changer in Warsaw. On at halftime along with Levi Colwill, Madwek carried Chelsea towards victory on a chilly evening in Poland. It was so refreshing to see, after a dull, slow, and forgettable first half, a winger ready to take on his man and look to shoot. Both goals were fairly simple finishes for Madwek, who is Chelsea's most dangerous winger at this moment in time. The 23-year-old is now into double digits on the goal front in all competitions, his best scoring season since moving to Stamford Bridge in January 2023. Here's a man who needed a strong performance. And we saw it from Sancho, who set up both of Madwek's goals, and they were really impressive assists too. The first, Sancho stayed cool and composed in a situation where he could have shot, but instead decided to lay it off to Madwek, who had the much easier finish. The second was classic wing play, running at defenders and then firing a low cross across the face of goal, and Madwek tapped in. Much better from Sancho, who looked to have rediscovered his confidence once again in the second half. Social media is always an opinionated place, particularly when team news is announced. When the Chelsea she was released on Thursday evening, supporters were shocked, and not in a good way, to see Nkunku leading the line for a second successive match. The Frenchman was the No. 9 on Sunday afternoon at Brentford, but stunk out the GTEC Community Stadium. He was replaced at halftime, and when Nicholas Jackson came on, the Blues were noticeably more dangerous. It led to countless questions over Nkunku's future. Enzo Maresca, though, kept the faith with Nkunku, but it was another disappointing showing from the 27-year-old forward. Nkunku got a bit better in the second half when he moved into the No. 10 role, but not by a lot. And he of course missed a penalty, summing his form up at the moment. Another below-par display from Chelsea's most important attacking player. Palmer was dragged off at halftime, and after he hurt himself in the first period, there were concerns he suffered an injury, and that was the reason for his substitution. Maresca, however, eased fears in his post-match press conference and confirmed it was pre-planned. Either way, Palmer did not cover himself with glory. He was, to be fair to him, one of the few Chelsea players looking to make something happen in an attacking sense in the opening 45 minutes, but that ended up seeing him give the ball away to often trying to force it through. He will rekindle his form. I don't know when, but you feel as if it is just a goal before it all begins to click again. Chelsea, favorites for Conference League glory. With such a performance, Chelsea are increasingly viewed as favorites to lift the UEFA Europa Conference League trophy this season. They are the only club in the competition to have previously won both the UEFA Champions League and UEFA Europa League within the last 2 decades. Their squad depth and experience set them apart from most competitors. Despite being a relatively new figure at the club, Enzo Maresca has already implemented a fluid and effective playing style. His philosophy of high ball possession and pressing has made Chelsea both efficient and entertaining. In the post-match interview, Maresca expressed his satisfaction. "I'm proud of how we played not just the scoreline, but how we controlled the game and created so many chances. It's a strong foundation for the second leg and beyond," Maresca said. On the brink of European history, more than just chasing silverware, Chelsea stand on the verge of making European football history. Should they win the UEFA Europa Conference League, they would become the first club to win all of UEFA's major club competitions. UEFA Champions League winners 2012-2021, UEFA Europa League winners 2013-2019, UEFA Cup Winners' Cup winners 1971-1998, UEFA Super Cup winners 1998-2021, FIFA Club World Cup winners 2021. While not a UEFA trophy, it is the pinnacle of club competition. UEFA Europa Conference League, the one remaining title they're now aiming to secure. No other club can boast such a complete set. Even football giants like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and AC Milan have not achieved this. Chelsea now has a golden opportunity to carve their name into the annals of European football. We know how important this competition is for the club and the fans. Winning it isn't just about the trophy, it's about legacy and history, said club captain Reece James. Biggest rivals for the Conference League crown. Despite their strong position, Chelsea's road to the final won't be without challenges. Teams like Fiorentina, last season's finalists, Aston Villa, who are flying high in the Premier League, and Turkish giants Fenerbahce all pose real threats. However, in terms of squad depth and elite-level experience, Chelsea remain a cut above. With young talents like Palmer, Gusto, and Colwill, combined with veterans like Sterling and Silver, the Blues have a well-balanced and dangerous lineup. Second leg preview and squad rotation. For the return leg at the Stadion Wojska Polskiego in Warsaw, Maresca is expected to rotate his squad. With a comfortable 3-goal lead, he might give opportunities to youngsters like Mhuka, Raksaki, and even backup goalkeeper Marcus Bettinelli. Still, Maresca emphasized the importance of professionalism. "We can't afford to take the second leg lightly. This is European football. "We'll take it seriously and aim for another strong performance," he noted. Conclusion: Chelsea poised for a historic run. The emphatic win over Legia Warszawa is a pivotal moment in Chelsea's campaign. With domestic inconsistencies, success in Europe could provide both balance and morale. More importantly, the chance to become the first club to conquer all of UEFA's major titles is a massive motivation. Chelsea are not just chasing another trophy, they're chasing immortality. And a bright night at Stamford Bridge might just be the beginning of that historic journey. The second leg will offer a chance to seal their place in the quarterfinals. Beyond that, the sky's the limit for Maresca and his team. One thing is certain, Chelsea are once again a force to be reckoned with in Europe.